Good morning, and thank you for joining us for SBB Live. I am your host and the publisher of Seniors Blue Book, Amanda Barton. Really excited today to bring on Chris Williams, who is the owner of Emeritus Health and runs Balance University. Chris, do you want to talk to us about what Balance University is and how you came up with this concept?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you asked. So Balance University is a balance course. And so what our goals are is to try to keep people mobile and ultimately independent. Most folks want to live at home and stay at home for as long as they can. Also, being mobile includes driving. So what we've done is we've taken Balance University, and it's comprised of the four most important components when it comes to balance. Now, balance is a very diverse issue. But when it comes to the physical aspect of it, what we deal with is your strength, like core strength, leg strength particularly, your posture, making sure we have proper posture so our center of mass is placed where it's supposed to be. We also improve our flexibility. That's the third pillar or component. And then the fourth component is going to be our balance. So what we do is each week we meet, we offer a 10-week course. And once you complete that 10-week course, you then enter the graduates program. So there's no break. You just complete the 10-week course. The very next week, you're in the graduates program, which is a continuation of that first original course. And what we do is each week that we meet, it's about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. We do 2 exercises per component. So we'll do 2 exercises for the strength component or pillar, 2 exercises for the posture component or pillar, 2 for the flexibility. However, when we get to the balance component, we'll do 4 balance specific exercises. And what we've seen is a great improvement. I was talking to some physical therapists from FGCU, some professors up there, and one of them had mentioned to me, said, anybody that does this 10-week program is going to get better. So it's exciting stuff. We're doing some things with FGCU, and then hopefully we've got some other things in the plans, but everything's kind of up in the air with this whole COVID stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned that you meet. Talk to me about what that means during COVID, because I know you've created an app. So are you meeting virtually?
Yes. So what we've been doing is through FGCU, through their Renaissance Academy, we meet virtually. And so it's really awesome and really simple, the way that the Renaissance Academy has set this up. What you do is you'll go and sign up at the Renaissance Academy's website. You can get a link there at my website, mybalanceuniversity.com. You just go to upcoming events. Go over, click on the Renaissance Academy Balance University virtual classes. It's super easy. It'll take you right there. You can sign up for individual classes, or you can sign up for a package of 4. And so what happens is now Renaissance Academy will send the students an email. All the students have to do is click on that email, and it brings them right into the class. And so you go into a waiting room, and when it comes time to start the class, we are doing class from 8:30 to 9:30 right now. I know that's early, but you get it done. It's on Fridays. It's every Friday, 8:30 to 9:30. You get it done, and then you have a chance to ask questions as well during that class. And our attendance has been pretty good. We've been having anywhere from 10 to 12, 13 people every Friday for the last 13, 14 weeks.
That's fantastic. Do you want to talk about cost and the advantages of maybe purchasing like a bulk package?
So the Renaissance Academy does it 2 different ways. You can buy a membership, which is going to give you a discount. And I believe those classes come down to $25 a session. And then you can also not get the membership to the Renaissance Academy, and you're going to pay, I believe it's around $35 per class is I think what the rate is. They were changing that as we moved into the graduates program. But if you go to mybalanceuniversity.com and go to the upcoming events, you can get all that information there. And I also wanted to mention the app as well. app is something I'm really excited about because you can access the entire program through this app on your iPhone or your Android smartphone. You just go to the Google Play Store, go to the App Store, download Balance University, and it's not just the program you get. You get all fall prevention tips, everything to look for. We've put on there a list where you can take this list and go through your house and identify fall prevention issues that you may have in your home. We've also included checklists from the National Council on Aging, the National Institute of Health. All these stats and data is all collected in one huge fall prevention database, one huge balanced database on the Balance University app. I'm very excited about it, very proud of it. There's a lot of work that went into it, and it really looks good. It's really easy to use and access, and there's tons of videos there that you can get information from.
Yeah, it's awesome to see your passion for what you do. I do want you to tell our viewers today where that comes from. You know, you have a great story of what led you into this field and this career. Talk to us about falls and how important it is to avoid them, and you know, kind of your mission.
So that's the story, and falls goes hand in hand. So I am married and have 4 children, and I have 3 in college right now, believe it or not. And about 8 years ago, my wife and I, we were anticipating this issue, I think, if you want to call it that, this challenge. And so as a personal trainer, you know, I'm looking around thinking, how can we create some longevity here, some stability in this industry? And I happen to have a geriatrics physician by the name of Dr. Khan, who also has an interview on the app. You would enjoy it. And he came to me and said, Chris, listen, I have a lot of patients that really could use load-bearing exercises, and they can't get to the gym. Is there any way you could go to them? And so I said, absolutely. What I found really quickly dealing and working with Dr. Khan is that there was a lot of folks that needed load-bearing exercises. And what happened with my first client, he became a dear friend of mine, fought in World War II, was captain of a minesweeper, really amazing story, worked as an attorney for the railroad company up in Wisconsin. I mean, he had some stories, let me tell you. What happened was I got a phone call. I tend to work in the same geographical area. It was his day. I was in that area. I had a phone call from one of his caregivers, and they were just asking if I was close because he was next on my calendar. I said, yes. I ran over, and what I found, and I'll spare the details, but he had fallen. And ultimately, he passed away about 16 months later, all from complications from that one incident. Everything could be traced back to that one incident of falling. And it broke my heart. And I realized that going online, I started searching for balance information. I was actually looking for a course to take myself from someone else. I wanted to take a balance course and become educated. I was looking for curriculum. Couldn't find anything that was simple. Everything was super over the top or had a very high entry point. In other words, a lot of these programs were asking people to stand on one foot right off the bat. Well, none of my clients at the time can stand on one foot or do the famous sobriety walk. You know, the DUI walk, very, very, very few clients can do that when they first start out. So I'm thinking, I'm going to have to interject some of my knowledge to even get this going. So what I did was I started writing down little tips and notes, and eventually those tips and notes became a book, and that book became known as Balance University, that 10-week program.
I love hearing that story. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with our viewers, and thanks for coming on the show. We're definitely going to make sure everybody knows how to get in touch with you so they can download the app and upload that program. So thanks again, Chris. I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thank you, Amanda.
Have a good one.
You too.